What happens if you get stranded somewhere without any assistance? And you might be stranded right now, but maybe if you're not, at least share this with somebody else. So that in the event they find themselves in that unfortunate situation, they can see themselves out. Check this out. We're going to give you 2 tips. But the first thing you're going to do is determine whether or not it's the battery or your starter. If it's your battery, you're not going to have any power and you're going to get a lot of clicking going on when you try to turn on the vehicle. If it's your starter, these 2 tips can help you out. Come with me. If it's push button, give it 2 clicks. And if it's key, just give it 2 turns or 2 clicks also. And then see if your heater turns on. If your heater turns on and your lights are on and it's working fine, you're good. So what you're going to do now is we determine the battery is solid, but the starter is not working. So this is what you do. Tip number 1 is you're going to find your starter. Sometimes the starters are very easily accessible. Sometimes they're not. If you don't know where your actual starter is located, a simple trick is this is your positive battery terminal. It has a cable and it's going to run directly into your starter. In this case, it's running down and then it swoops over to here. That's the actual starter right there. So what do? If you're out somewhere, try to find the stick. That's hard to access. Get a stick and just connect it to the actual starter itself. And then what you could do now is if you have a hammer in your vehicle, then just give it a couple of taps. This works great if you have 2 people, 1 person trying to start it and 1 person trying to give it a couple of pounds on there. If you're alone, tap it a couple of times and try turning it on. If you don't have this, what you can do is your vehicle does have different pieces of equipment to help change a tire out. So use that rod. You don't have a hammer? Then use a rock that you can find off on the side of the street. If it does work, you probably only have a couple of starts before it completely dies out on you. But the other tip that goes along with that is this. Tip number 2. This is my favorite. Someone very special to me. His name is Jim. Rest in peace, Jim. He gave me this tip almost 20 years ago. Check it out. If you have a start button, right? You got a push start. What you want to do is push down the brake. I'm just going to simulate right now. All you would do is if I'm pushing down the brake, you would just tap, 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 tap until it turns on. That tries to enable the actual starter to find its rotation and then likely start. And once it's on, don't turn the car off. If you don't have a push button start, all you do is insert the key, give it 2 clicks, 1, 2, and then just shimmy that key back and forth and get that starter to grab until the car turns on. And that's it. Forward that tip to somebody because it could drastically help somebody out and get them out of a bind. Stay tuned for more tips here at Lucha Libre Mechanic Productions.